and gentlemen, how y'all doing? You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful, if a little chilly, Thursday, January 20th. Happy Inauguration Day, a year past today. My guest today is Dinah Edgington. She is going to give us a huge amount of travel information. We're going to learn. What are we going to learn today?
What not to do.
What not to do. we're looking at that camera. What not to do. Actually, that's probably because you know what to do. But
right.
there's things when you're going to a particular hotel or airlines and stuff you're not probably supposed to do. And she deals with all these kinds of things all the time. We'll deal with that. Also, she's going to give us travel tips and stuff around, a little bit about England.
Correct.
Right. A little bit about Alaska for folks who have never been to Alaska. She has lived in all these places, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And Germany. I was going to get to Germany. I was saving the best for the big surprise. Why are you screwing up the surprise, Dinah? We're going to talk about all those kinds of things here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My name is Bruce Dickey, and it should be a fun day. But before we get to her, let's tell you a little bit about what's going on in and around the area. This is, as I said, Thursday, January 20th. I searched, ladies and gentlemen, high and low, and throughout the radio stations, the newspapers, Facebook, all that kind of stuff to find things going on in and around the area on Thursday, January 20th. You know what? It's too cold. People don't do squat in the middle to late January, so that's where we are. But there are, of course, national holidays that we can celebrate. And as I said, this is Inauguration Day every 4 years. We put either a new or inaugurate a president again. So you've got that to do, but we're not doing that this year. What is this year, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Butter Crunch Day. National Butter Crunch Day recognizes the flavorful toffee candy that comes in several different varieties. Butter Crunch is see, now this is what I don't understand, Dinah. I know what toffee is. Mm-hmm. And this Butter Crunch, I mean, look at the picture there. This is basically toffee. It's toffee. We do already have a toffee day, but Butter Crunch is apparently a combination of toffee covered with chocolate with caramel flavor, and you can also include toasted almonds and sprinkles. I don't understand why we have a Butter Crunch day. Do you understand it?
It's Edge's favorite, so I'm sure he's all for it.
Is it really?
He's a toffee butter
now,
crunch guy.
Hold on. So does he know? Does he know the difference?
No.
That's what I'm wondering. Does anybody know the difference between toffee and Butter Crunch? I personally don't.
I celebrate both.
There you go. Make up on January 20th. Make up some Butter Crunch to share with your friends and family. Sprinkle it some on maybe your favorite desserts, or maybe look for a Butter Crunch flavored creamer for your morning coffee. So there you go. If you don't like Butter Crunch, you can also celebrate another big food day today. This is National Cheese Lovers Day. Oh. National Cheese Lovers Day is celebrated January 20th. Don't feel blue.
EU.
Don't throw a feta.
Boy, how many of these?
This is make this a Gouda day.
This is nacho show.
There you go. This is not your choice. Yeah, this is not my choice of show. Yeah, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, National Cheese Day. There is no firm evidence by the way, there is no firm evidence on how humans discovered cheese making, but legend has it that it was likely someone created the first cheese by chance. Thousands of years ago, it was people transported milk and stored it in sheep's stomachs. Left to sit a few days, the proteins would separate into curds and whey. From there, preserving the solids with salt may have seemed the next logical step. Salt was a highly valued preservative back in ancient time. The earliest record of cheese making, how long ago do you think that we have had cheese and cheese making?
But that sheep bellied is...
So now you're no longer a cheese lover. You've been a cheese lover all your life. You don't think it's good anymore.
No, I'm cheese lover.
You had a cheeseburger for lunch today.
How far back does that go?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Idea. That's the trivia question for you.
No idea.
7,500 years.
Yeah. Whoa.
5,500 BC. 5,500 BC was when they discovered cheese. Today there are over 1,400 varieties of cheese. Of course, basic principles behind cheese making. No longer do they do it in a sheep's stomach. They let the milk sour or coagulate the casein protein. Then they separate the curds, the solids, from the whey, the liquid, and the curds are then salted and left to age. Bacteria, enzymes, or fungi may be added at various stages. These and the type of milk, temperature, time, and moisture are all controlled to produce the desired taste, color, and texture. Cheesemakers also add herbs and spices for additional variety and flavor. For cheese lovers who think just one day is not enough, there's all kinds of different particular cheese holidays, like Swiss and all that kind of stuff. How much whey? There you go. Here's a trivia question for you. You're not playing along here. You're not
trivia.
Enjoying the trivia question.
Come on here to get quizzed.
Well, you knew you were getting quizzed. Everybody comes on the show, they get quizzed. That's why nobody comes on the show. All right, how much whey is produced when making cheese? For like 1 pound of cheese, how much whey? Whey is, again, the milk that is put off.
Right.
Making.
I would say quite a bit for a pound of cheese. Gallon and a half?
Not quite that much. About 3/4 of a gallon, 96 ounces. So there you go. What do they do with all the whey whenever they finish making the cheese?
I know, as we do. Cottage cheese.
Add it to animal food.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so there you go. Now you know, folks. Now you know. Glad to help. Now the next one is actually a little bit near and dear to my heart. This is National Disc Jockey Day. Each year, National Disc Jockey Day recognizes the DJs playing the music and spinning the records. The observance takes place annually on January 20th. The reason it takes place on January 20th is that was Alan Freed's birthday. He was, of course, the guy who thought he invented rock and roll in Cleveland. What started the first disc jockey was an experiment in 1909. 16-year-old Ray Newby was a student under the supervision of Charles Doc Harold at Harold College of Engineering and Wireless. He played the first records over the airwaves before the word disc jockey even existed. What started as an experiment where the college was local in San Fernando, California, was soon replicated by radio broadcasters across the country. Initially, Newby primarily broadcast the news, music, and entertainment live. It wasn't until 25 years later that Walter Winchell coined the term disc jockey. And now that I did not know.
Well, happy Disc Jockey Day.
Happy Disc Jockey Day. Hey, and by the way, we just heard today or yesterday that one of our good friends, disc jockey Derek Dunn, has found a new job. How about Derek?
Congratulations, Derek.
Congratulations, Derek. I've got to get him up here on the show. He'd love to come on here and talk about that. Okay, you want the questions here? The frequently asked questions of the trivia? What was Wolfman Jack's real name? You remember Wolfman Jack? Talk like this!
Yes, no clue.
Robert Weston Smith. There you go.
It was a good change.
It was probably a wise change. What do you want to see on television, folks? What's on TV? It is high school basketball tonight. The Salem Invitational Tournament continues. The quarterfinals tonight. It is the Effingham Flaming Hearts versus the Madison Trojans. That'll be followed by Mount Vernon Rams versus Thornton Fractional North, the Meteors from TF North. That's on Channel 98. Also, NCAA basketball here on this Thursday night, a quadruple header on Fox Sports 1. Georgetown at Providence at 4, followed by Purdue at Indiana. That's a big one. UConn at Butler, and then UCLA at Utah. On CBS Sports Network, they got 3 games. Western Kentucky at Florida Owls, and then at 10 o'clock, San Francisco at Gonzaga. And NBA basketball tonight, the Charlotte Hornets at Boston on ESPN. That's a doubleheader. That'll be followed at 9 by the LA Clippers at the Denver Nuggets. Finally, hockey. Colorado Avalanche are at the LA Kings, and that'll be on Bally Sports Midwest Channel 630. That's Dinah Edgington. I'm Bruce Dickey. We'll be back right after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, my guest is Dinah Edgington, and Dinah is an expert in all. You are an expert in all kinds of stuff. I could. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about some of the things as the day goes on that she is expert in, including Germany and England and Alaska. But she's also an expert in hotels and lodging and that kind of stuff. How you doing, Dinah?
Good, thank you. Good morning, Bruce.
Thank you so much for being here. By the way, you need to speak up and speak loud.
Okay, no problem. I can speak loud.
Can you speak loud?
No problem.
All right, well, that's good. All right. We've switched over to that one, by the way, in case you didn't realize. Dinah is you have been working in the hotel industry, lodging industry, in various forms and fashion for how long?
Since 99.
Since 99?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't think it's that long.
Years,
How'd you get into that?
And I was only 11 when I started.
Well, that's what I thought.
I know.
I was thinking it was like 2005 or something like that was what I was kind of, in 1990s, you weren't even married yet, for crying out loud.
Got married in May of 95, moved to Alaska that June.
You get married in May of
99. Sorry, 99.
Okay.
Same year.
All right.
May of 99. Then we moved to Alaska in June of 99, and I started with the hotel that was on Elmendorf Air Force Base, Alaska, in that September. It was my first job with the Department of Defense.
Did you think? Okay, that was with the DoD. Did you? And you've been with the DoD ever since.
Well, no, I had a pause in Alaska for 5 years at a commercial hotel.
Okay.
But otherwise, yes.
We're going to get to all that stuff. Because there are ways that you can be good at hotels and ways that you're not as good at hotels. There are people. Well, we'll get to that. What's the difference? You said you worked at Elmendorf, a hotel there in Elmendorf, and then I guess you didn't start out as a manager, but you started out where?
Correct. Front desk. Started out just part-time and did that until about 2004.
Okay.
And by that time, I was like a quality assurance and then the training manager also.
So you'd already gotten into the management side of it.
Correct. Right.
Quality and training and making sure that everybody.
Exactly.
What got you down that route? Is just kind of the best way to make more money?
Probably, yeah, and also the mentors you have within the Department of Defense. So the active duty members there that were the higher ranking ones, they took you under their wing and transparent and showed you everything they knew, and
that's tremendously important, isn't it?
Sure, absolutely. And I still remember what they told me today. That was 23 years ago. Sure.
What'd they tell you?
Well, I can't. No, I'm just kidding.
You just said we remembered it.
Well, I mean, I use them. I use them every day at work.
Okay,
for sure.
Do you help people out now?
Absolutely, yeah, I do the same thing.
Do you step on people as you're climbing up?
No, sir.
And climbing up the ladder because, ladies and gentlemen, she has climbed the ladder. I'm giving her guff because I can, but she has climbed the ladder and been in charge of the lodging of up to 70,000 people or something like that. Was that what the max was?
No, the one at Norfolk Naval Shipyard had
largest shipyard in the world.
Yeah, only had 1,200 beds.
Oh.
But right now we're over 40,000 some odd beds. But it's a totally different operation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're in Alaska.
We're in Alaska.
We're in Alaska. We start. What is the worst thing you have seen going into a room? All right, now you moved from the Elmendorf to Duke's. We're going to put you at Duke's too,
okay.
right?
Okay, sure.
So in the 10 years that you were actually in more of the hotel day-to-day grit and grime.
Correct. Yeah.
Is it day grit and grime in the trenches, or does it get is it pretty easy?
You see it all. That's a good way of putting it. You see it all, so it's not really day to day. You see the same things every day. You never know what you're going to see.
Really?
Yes. So there'll be times, where the housekeepers would call and say, "Dinah, I'm going to need you to go in this room with me."
See, now that's the thing. That's the thing I always worry about whenever I'm at a hotel and folks, it can't be just me, but occasionally. A party gets a little out of hand, maybe,
yes.
and you're always trying to avoid the extra charges. How willing are you guys to throw extra charges on? Does it matter if
it depends.
Does it depend on the guest being a friendly person or?
Yes, absolutely. And items depreciate. So, is it an old lamp? Is it an old carpet? Was it going to be replaced next year anyway?
All right. So, what's the wildest thing you've seen going into?
Actually, one of the coolest things that ever happened.
I don't want to ask you if you've had to walk in on somebody, a crime scene or something like that.
I have seen that. Yes.
Oh well, good.
But,
good. Glad to know.
I have seen that, but this was interesting. It was at the front desk. Young 21-year-old, and the Navy SEALs came to stay with us to do their training up in the Arctic, and. We always had just Air Force, military staying there.
You weren't used to the Navy guys,
right? So these guys
I know a couple of Navy SEAls.
They tore up the hallways, rooms, everything was off the walls. And
wait a minute.
so
were they training?
No, I don't know what they were doing. They were having a good time, and I worked nights, so I was probably involved in some of that. I don't know. But I remember them. I said, "You guys damaged this, and this," and he literally had an accounting code on his. He pulled it out of his pocket and slid it over to me, and that was the end of that. So everything got replaced. It's tax dollars.
I gotta tell you, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard.
It was pretty cool.
Is the guy's not worried about what they trash. He can basically put it on Uncle Sam. Whatever I do, the new wing of the hotel. How many were there?
There weren't many, like 16 or so.
And they just trashed the place.
Yeah, trashed the place.
Is that the worst you've ever seen one trashed?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
Do Air Force guys and military guys, are they more apt to trash a place than maybe the folks who were staying at the conventional hotel?
Sure. Yes. Because they work hard. They work long hours, and yeah. And they have our strict rules. So if you're not supposed to leave, then you're popping out the screen of the window, and you're tying your sheets together and crawling outside and having a good time.
Oh, they didn't do that. Did they really do?
Sure.
They bring a keg up?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, of course. If you can think of it, they've done it, I'm sure.
Well,
it was fun.
I'm sure that they were able to stay amongst themselves. There were probably no women folk or opposite sex folk around. That
Sneaking
kind of
in or out? No, never.
No. I'm certain. Okay, you said an interesting thing, and I want to follow this up here a little bit after the commercial. The best way, maybe as a customer, to act to get out of charges.
Yes.
You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Dinah Edgington. We'll be back. We're talking about staying in hotels, and plus, stick around. We are going to give you outstanding travel tips for England and for Germany, and for Alaska for that matter. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a sec.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Scheid Diesel Service Company is your anything diesel full service center and fuel injection shop. Scheid Diesel offers the quickest turnaround times to get you back on the road. Scheid Diesel can service any diesel engine from agricultural, construction, heavy-duty truck, and automotive. Let Scheid rebuild your pump, injectors, or turbos. Need custom fuel lines? Scheid has you covered. With a drive-in service, they offer a variety of services, including oil changes, engine rebuilds, DOT inspections, and DPF cleanings. For unmatched quality, think Scheid Diesel Service Company. Anything diesel. Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My earpiece keeps popping out. Sorry about that. But they didn't know that. They probably couldn't even see me messing with my earpiece. You're the only one who knows what's going on. She would have said. Dinah Edgington is here, and we're going to give travel tips, and we are giving travel tips. All right. She has been in the hospitality industry for years and years and years, over 20 years. And all right, I asked. I don't know why I asked. I mean, because it never would happen to me. But why does what's the best way if a hotel is adding charges? What's the best way to deal with that?
It's exactly like I said before. You just have to be overly nice, explain what happened. Talk about the positive, the good things about the hotel, and that you're enjoying yourself and having a good time, and you feel so bad that you.
That I busted the lamp, that I broke the lamp through the toilet, and why was the lamp in the toilet in the bathroom, sir? I don't know. I mean, does I don't know work?
Of course, like I said, we've seen it all. We've seen it all.
What's the most you've had to levy for other than the seals? Do you know what the most damage you've had? Have you had somebody just basically trash a room that it had to be redone?
No, not really. Usually it's just like items. There's been punching holes in walls and things like that. Yeah, but
TVs break. Do they
TVs? Yes. Of course.
You ever had
throwing remotes at TVs?
Throwing remotes?
the kids are gaming. Yeah, you get mad. Yep. Lots of TVs replaced.
What's the most you think you've ever charged somebody?
Not very much. I would say maybe under $1,000. Not that much.
Really?
Yeah.
So basically, I could feel free if I have like $1,000 room on my credit card to trash a hotel room. I can probably feel pretty good about it.
Like I said, everything depreciates. So if everything's new in that hotel,
well, everything depreciates, but they never charge. Hotels don't charge the depreciated price, do they?
Yeah, they do. So if it's if 7-year carpet, then you wouldn't charge that much. That's kind of unfair, yeah.
All right,
you would depreciate that.
All right, let's talk about. I want to get to Osama bin Laden.
Okay, cool.
Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
One of the things that you do now. Tell me what you do. What's your job now?
So now I work for the region, which is it's with the Navy. So the Navy Commander Navy Region Mid-Atlantic. It's called SNRMA. So we have 14 installations, and we make sure they're unaccompanied housing. What do you call them? The installations are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So one of those that we went to recently was Joint Base Little Creek.
Joint Base Little Creek.
And they have an annex at Fort Story, which is an Army fort.
Where is Fort Story?
Both of those are in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Fort Story is there, and you're part of the management of their lodging. Okay.
Actually, of their unaccompanied housing. So these are
a part of the management. Okay.
These are right. These are single sailors. Is where they live. So they have 3 buildings there, and we were leaving there, and I was in the back of the van, and the driver was like, look over there at that. Do you know what that is? And I
look over there at that. Do you know what that is, ladies and gentlemen? That's what that is.
And I could see that golden.
That's one side of it. That's actually part of basically the same shot. But if you think of that and you see that, folks, it thinks, boy, that kind of looks familiar a little bit, but I'm not sure exactly what that is. Dinah, tell me what that is.
So what they did was send drones in, and of course people into bin Laden's compound to figure out exactly what it looked like, all the tunnels, even the paint. You can see on there, like it looks more old, the paint and the metal's worn, to replicate exactly.
So this is Osama bin Laden's compound.
Exactly.
And
the team.
And it's in Virginia Beach,
Virginia. Trained here is the team that actually.
So the team that trained in Virginia Beach is one of the teams, or basically the team.
Correct.
So they trained on this?
Correct, yes. And they said it kept changing. So when it changed there, it changed here. So,
what do you mean it kept changing?
I mean, if a new building went up or if they tore something down there, then it took years and years. And there used to be a huge wall where you couldn't even see that portion. So there's still a wall there, but there was another wall.
You can see the cement wall there. It's probably about 10 or 15 feet.
There was another one where you could not see any of that.
No kidding.
At one point, right. And it was further than where I was able to shoot.
So this is basically as close as they let you get to it.
Correct, yes.
Wow, that's something else. Did you know before you were on this particular inspection tour? Did you know that was where those fellows?
No,
trained?
I had no idea. So yeah, that was interesting, definitely. And we had to go back there and re-inspect. So I asked more questions.
So but you didn't inspect this part.
No.
Do they let you inspect that part?
No, which is good.
Well, yeah, you don't want to inspect. I wonder what that noise
I don't
was.
even know where to start there.
Yeah.
But it was really cool.
But I mean, and that's one of the other things. Do you get to go on? I mean, those of us in the general public, you probably get to go on on boats and inspect all that kind of stuff too. Occasionally, don't you, or do you?
Not the boats, but the USS
The ships.
Constitution is one of our unaccompanied housing installations.
Wait a minute.
So that's pretty cool. I haven't done it yet.
This is the one in Boston.
Correct. Yes.
The ship in Boston.
Yeah,
they
they
just
have,
got a new commander, by the way. I
think
read about it. This
11
week.
beds. Yeah, and
Their
female.
first female
Yeah.
commander. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. I did not realize that was an installation.
Exactly. Yeah, they have their own command. Well, as you saw, they have their
Yeah.
own command and unaccompanied. I think maybe 30 beds or something. I can't remember
Well,
exactly.
It's still a commissioned boat.
Sure.
Or it's still a
Sure.
commission.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Their Facebook page has tours and everything, virtual tours. It's pretty neat to go see.
That's up in Boston, the USS Constitution. It's, of course, Old Ironsides. And you're going to be seeing that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because that's part of that is in your bailiwick.
Correct.
In your district.
Yes, correct.
Oh, now that's really cool.
Yeah, it'll be neat.
That's cool. I tell you what, let's take another quick break, and we're going to talk about Alaska.
Cool.
We're going to get people traveling up there, as well as folks always like to go to jolly old Europe, England, and Germany. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Dinah Edgington. We'll be back after these words. Do stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
She's telling me classified things that she can't talk about. This is such BS.
I would never.
Such baloney. Actually, she's not telling me any classified things because do you know any classified things? Are you a
Wouldn't
secret?
tell you if I did know.
Well, you're a member of the Department of Defense. I didn't know if you have a level of clearance. Do you have a level?
I don't know.
I'm trying to get her to break the law on TV. That's probably not the coolest thing. All right. One of the things when you were in Alaska at Elmendorf, that seems like a hop, skip, and a jump if you've got bigwigs traveling to and from Asia. Did you get some of that kind of stuff?
Yes, many. Most of the time, Air Force One would come through just to refuel and then turn around and leave.
Over there on that one.
However, sometimes they would stay the night. So
really?
we had 5 chalets with these huge homes, basically. And we would have to prepare those for them.
Time out.
Sure.
Time out. We'll say it's some department leader or some cabinet member, right?
Okay.
Or for that matter, a higher official than
Sure.
that, president, vice president, maybe. And you were up there during President Clinton and President Bush.
Mm-hmm.
With Elmendorf. Okay. Did you get a chance to meet any of these people? Oh, well, no, before we get to that, you said there's 5 chalets. Who gets to stay in the chalets whenever the president's not coming?
Right. There was one that was nicer than any of them, so that's where we would put the president.
Well, I understand that's where you're putting the president, but he's only going to be there.
Right. Like so it'd be the higher ranking.
Whenever.
The higher ranking, of
a visitor.
Generals, sure.
But what if you've got, does I don't know, Technical Sergeant Smith get to stay in the chalet if he comes up there and there's no other colonels or generals there?
I'm afraid not. They were pretty cool. Safe rooms. Like carpet was all this white wool, real wool carpet. It was yeah.
You mean like a safe room, like a?
And it's funny, like every drawer said what was inside. So it's like butter knives. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's very weird. but I was told, Dinah, do not let anybody in here besides the bomb dog after you've cleared everything. So I would clear everything, get everything cleaned up, marks in the carpet, and the only person that could come through was the bomb dog to go through, and then I had to stand there at the door and wait for the actual president to pull up.
Okay. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So this is you're doing your inspection for the VIP.
Correct.
Prior to the VIP there.
Yes.
So so they tell you the bomb dog is going to come through and inspect, sniff around, and then make sure. And then you stayed on site.
Correct.
What's the longest you had to stay waiting there for
not long.
Joe Blow to show up?
Not long, because it just seems like you could still look and find something wrong with the house,
So you were still.
So it was constant.
You were still walking around.
I could have found 20 more things. Yeah.
You were still walking around saying, "Oh my heavens, there's a salad fork in the butter knife drawer."
Oh yeah. Oh never. No. Yes. Exactly.
I got to know who'd you meet? So
I didn't get to meet Bush, but yeah, when they would pull up,
Bush was
entourage, there. Yes. Then we would depart. Cheney came to visit, so we got to shake his hand. He did a speech there in the hangar. And also one of the things like the mentors I was telling you about, that's what was cool, because they kind of threw me in with the rest of the military. So they had this, one of the fire department had these big lifts, and they're like military only on there. And this lady grabbed me, said, "Take out your hoop earrings. Here's my jacket. You're going with us." I'm like,
no kidding.
Cool. So yeah. So couldn't
with
have
a big
hoop
lift
earrings.
To where? What are you talking?
Just up to watch the president speak down below, or I think it was Cheney down below.
Oh, okay.
So you had a great view. You were kind of hanging over the crowd on this lift.
Otherwise, you were back behind the audience and
see.
Just, you were a schlub.
Right.
But instead of being a schlub, they made you an important person.
It was really cool.
Oh,
I'll never forget that. Yeah.
So you got to shake Dick Cheney's hand and meet him.
Shake his hand, and then Colin Powell did a visit, and his was a visit to the installation. So
he was Secretary of State at that time.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So
was it when I was trying to remember what he was. He was the chief of staff whenever Bush Sr. was president, and then Secretary of State for a little while for President Bush.
Gotcha.
George.
And he did basically a driving tour
before Rice was.
he would pick up that, subject matter expert, and you would drive around the different lodging areas and explain everything, and then they'd drop you off and pick up the next guy that was showing them the flight line or whatever. And so so I got to be part of that. It was really cool.
How long were you in the car with Mr. Powell?
Maybe 20
General
minutes,
Powell.
but it felt like an hour. It was just great because he talked and talked and talked.
Did he give you a chance to talk back?
Down to earth, nice guy. Yeah. I was wondering, I don't even think he paid attention to the tour. He was just chatting it up with us. It was fantastic.
What did tell me about a conversation?
I don't
because
remember.
I've met one president, but he wasn't
Cool.
president yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I've met Barack Obama, and I just got a chance to shake his hand and say hello. You did the same thing with Cheney. You basically just shook his hand and said hello.
Correct, yes.
I never had a conversation with all these top dogs, and Powell probably could have won a nomination or potentially at some point if he'd have wanted it. What he said? What's a conversation with Powell? Since he's not bugging you about, tell me about the butter knives in that drawer.
No, he just asked questions about what brought us there. I mean, he would ask our personal information, who are your military spouse, what's your husband do, and just everything but what we should have been talking.
Your
about.
Your husband was in the Air Force. He never got an opportunity to meet the Secretary of State, did he?
Yeah, no.
This is something I shouldn't bring up?
Yeah. Edge looks
or
at
the
my
vice president.
Edge looks at my medals and the pictures, and he's like, how I was active duty. I'm the one that served in wars. Yeah.
He's the one who did tours for crying out loud. Oh, okay. Well, all right. It all comes together. All right. Tell me, you've spent quite a bit of time in Alaska. What's your favorite part of our 49th state?
Probably the south central part. Anywhere from Girdwood to Seward to Homer, it was there on the peninsula. It was just awesome. And the spit at Homer, you've never seen anything like that, like you saw. And there aren't many roads. 4 highways, so you can't get lost. Everybody's friendly. The weather is not as horrible as everybody thinks. It was just a great place.
Would you do that again if you ever had the opportunity?
I wouldn't live there again just because shoveling 9 months out of the year doesn't sound fun at my age. But everything else, I miss the feel you get when you land there. I miss my friends there. Definitely.
Are the people up there? You've lived all over the world. You've lived in Europe. You've been to other places, but. And living someplace is different from just traveling there.
Absolutely.
Do you find people friendlier in particular places than other places?
Absolutely. Yes.
Do you really? A lot of folks you'll talk to will tell you, oh, no, one person's the same as the next. That's not true, is it?
No, even in Alaska, when you make eye contact when you're entering a grocery store. Hi, good morning, how you doing?
You can't do that in, Chicago.
No, you cannot.
You can't do that. I have had people get angry with me that I've been with at the time, saying, what are you doing? Making eye contact with people and saying hello.
Right.
You can't do that some places, but you can others.
Yeah, absolutely. And Germany, they take it for real. Like, if you're asking how am I doing, they're going to tell you how they're doing. They don't just say, oh, fine, like we do in America. We really don't care to hear the answer. But they will, oh yeah, we're having a conversation now. I'm going to tell you how I'm doing. Yes.
Do they? What do they tell you?
You had to get out of that habit of saying, how are you doing?
My back. Well, I got to tell you, thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. My back is actually a little bit acting up on me today.
Exactly. You would hear about their full day. You asked, they're going to tell you.
Oh, that's great. I'll tell you what, let's do. I asked the question, so I guess I got the answer. I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's take a quick break, and we'll wrap things up with Dinah. I want to hear their favorite spots and places to avoid also. She lived in Germany and England, and a lot of folks like to go. I'd love to go back to Germany at any time, and England I could probably skip. But if I had to go back, I'd go.
He's just joking, Easter family. He's just joking.
I'd love to go see the Easter family. Now I'm in trouble. We'll be back in a minute. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our power brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
We're just trying to keep ourselves out of trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. The bad deal is you have lived so many places and visited so many places that you always make friends, and it takes away. It takes away one of my best questions. Whenever I have a guest on the show, and ladies and gentlemen, you can attest to this if you're a frequent watcher of the show, I always ask folks, what's the best place you've been? What is the most wondrous place you've been? And if you had someplace, the only one place you could go back to, you would go back to that. I can't ask you that because you have too many friends in other places that you don't want to offend, right?
I have to go neutral and not pick any of those.
I see, now that is such a milquetoast answer. And that's the worst.
Prague. Czech Republic, Prague was number one.
You're going to go Prague because you don't have any friends there.
Yeah, I don't have any friends there.
Okay, you've been to Prague, Czech Republic.
Correct. Right. Yeah, a few times. It was great.
Why would somebody, that's probably not the first one that people come up to when they think about, if I want to go to Europe, I want to go to Paris, I want to see the City of Light, I want to see Munich, I want to see,
I do all those in the summer.
Madrid, I want to see, who knows?
Right. That's what we do in the summer. Prague, you want to bundle up and just enjoy the view. They have great Christmas markets like Germany does. Cheap beer and good beer. It was just so much fun. Food was incredible, warms you up. Yeah. The goulash. It was a great time. Everybody was nice there, even though you couldn't understand much, but that's what Uber's for.
Do they? That's what?
Uber. So you don't have to say where you're going. You plug it in.
You've got to ask somebody where the bathroom is or something like that. I mean, have you ever run into a situation where I know you're of course fluent in English.
Kind of.
Presumably. You could probably speak a word here or there of some other language. You ever run into problems anywhere you've traveled with just English?
No, because you play charades. You do use charades. I've had to use it in the butcher, everywhere.
You know where I've had where I had my only problem speaking no language other than English and knowing Pidgin French and knowing Pidgin Spanish.
Okay.
Knowing very under 15 words of French and probably under 5,000 words of Spanish under 1,000 words of Spanish is Belgian. Belgium, they speak Flemish.
Correct. Yes.
And they're not quite. Belgium is close enough. I don't know anybody in Belgium, so I can make fun of them all I want. Belgium is a wonderful place to visit. Don't get me wrong, but they are close enough to France, where they don't really care that you speak English. They don't. You speak my language, or you don't speak. And whereas in one country over, the Netherlands, they speak Dutch, German, English, French, Flemish, they speak them all. And they're proud. If you come up with a language they don't know, they want to learn it so they can speak it.
You're right.
Have you ever run into a place where you have problems with language?
Not really had problems. There's nothing I was like, oh, I can't figure out how to get what I'm needing or whatever. No.
Uber.
I was fine.
They didn't invent Uber until 10 years after you lived over there.
No, I used it in Prague for sure. Yes.
Did you really?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
They had it over there first, I think.
All right, maybe. If I'm traveling to England, what are the must-sees? What do I have to see? England not known for its, say, shopping.
Right.
Do I skip shopping? Do I go to the
you have to
it
sounds cliche, but you have to do London and just get on the underground, get on the buses, and just to see it. It's just amazing to do those, just to drive around and even be underground.
Am I better off on a tour with people, or am I better off with somebody just maybe find a person that I know and pay them to help me?
Yeah, exactly. Just find somebody to help you. You can do those tours like those hop on and hop off buses are good at any major city. Dublin, we've done that. Just if you want to get out and just see everything, you don't have to necessarily get off and tour everything, but you get to see and get the information on every item within 2 hours, and then you can go do what you want to do. Pick what favorites you want to go to.
You mentioned Dublin. Another favorite. What do you enjoy about Dublin? What's the fun?
Dublin's fun too. They have a different vibe when you land there too, for sure. They are all about having fun. And
now you know how I consider Dublin. I think Dublin is a wonderful place. I basically I've been to Dublin, and tell me if you agree with this. That Dublin is basically the New Orleans of Europe.
Oh sure, I could see that.
They go to Dublin now. Granted, not for the warmth like New Orleans and the heat like New Orleans. You go to Dublin to basically stay out all night, and it's the party town.
And they're known for that. Yeah, one street, kind of like New Orleans too. There, everything is. Yes.
Everything is, and everything is going late. And that's the one. Okay, tell me about England. Why do all the bars close at 11?
That depends on where you're at. I don't think it was like that in London so much. Yeah.
All right. I guess.
We were kind of staying in that hoity-toity area of Chelsea, so maybe they didn't stay up late enough for us.
You're very, you're, pardon me.
You were there.
Oh. Tell me about Germany. You've lived in Germany for several years. It's even though it's 300 miles from England, as the crow flies, or less, it is an entirely different world, isn't it?
Absolutely. And there too,
culturally as well.
Culturally, for sure.
Food.
When I got there, they only work 32 hours a week. I'm like, who works 32 hours a week? Yeah, but they get twice as much done than a normal person. They close for 2 hours for lunch. They go home and have a hot, big lunch, and they open their shops back up.
Wait a minute. Okay. Do they all close at 12 and come back at 2, or do they all have different times?
It was like usually 11 to 1. You could not get anything at the local market.
You can't get anything done from 11 to 1.
No, you should be home eating a big hot dinner with your family. Correct. Yeah. And and that was part of their 32 hours that they work per week. And
that counted?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
They worked hard, and they play hard for sure. fun people for sure.
Yeah, okay, so you've also, now we haven't said anything nice or ugly about France. Well, I've kind of intimated ugly, but tell me about France.
I've only been there one time, and that was New Year's of 2010.
And you got mugged.
No, I did not
You
get
lost
mugged.
your wallet.
No.
Somebody stole your wallet.
No, but I saw a bunch happen. Yes.
You saw people getting mugged.
Yes. Pickpocketed for sure. I'd see this, and that happened to one person that I was with. They tried to. They had one person come up here and touch his back left pocket, even though his wallet was in his right. So when he reached back here, the next guy was ready to grab it out of his right pocket. So yeah, I saw a bunch of that.
Really?
That it was New Year's Eve, and it was.
So the pickpockets were out plenty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to tell you, Paris is Paris known as the as pickpocket capital of the world or anything like? Or should we promote that? As
people do say, make sure, you have everything attached to you.
I see.
That night, I think, had to have been worse than. I mean, I saw a bunch of it.
I hadn't heard that particular tactic that somebody would tap somebody on one side and then the other person to hit the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's the best way to avoid that then if you're a man?
That's a good question.
Carrying your wallet.
Yeah, good question. Fanny pack.
I'm asking for a friend.
The fanny packs are back for a reason. Throw one of those on.
But fanny packs are so unfashionable. I'm gonna look like the word I said earlier. I'm gonna look like a tourist schlub.
Okay.
I don't want to look like a
Nobody
tourist
knows
schlub. That's one thing also, and it is true. Are you, you see now, there are reasons whenever I travel abroad like that I'm recognized immediately as an American. Do you get recognized as an American too whenever you're traveling
No,
like that?
until I open my mouth, and of course it's a given. But no.
I didn't know if
6'4".
I didn't know if clothes helped make the American.
I blended in as much as I could.
Really?
Sure.
That's kind of a requirement too to quit getting mugged, right?
True.
Blend
Absolutely blend in.
Sometimes that's difficult for people.
True.
That can be difficult for people to blend in.
Edge had a rough time not wearing jerseys for 10 years.
Edge, who's Edge?
Oh yeah, my spouse.
Say hello to your
Edge. Are you even watching? Probably not.
He's not. He's asleep.
Go back to bed.
So Jason, he probably wouldn't have any chance but to be recognized as an American.
He wanted to wear the ball cap and the jerseys, and you didn't see much of that, for sure.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I loved it. Yeah.
Is it bad to be recognized as American over there, or is it good to be recognized as an American in
I tried to blend
Europe?
in. I tried to blend in. Yeah. Edge didn't care, of course. So either way.
Well, I'm asking if some of our people are going to travel, what would you suggest?
Blend in. Dress comfortably.
Dress comfortably.
That's
How about but don't wear my hat. Don't wear my cap, my Cardinals hat.
Yeah. You see it more in England now that they're having the MLB and their NFL games and stuff there.
Did you hear, by the way, that Germany is going to get NFL games next year?
Good. Yeah.
They're going to do. They haven't decided it's going to be either Frankfurt or Munich or I can't remember the third. Cologne, maybe.
We saw a couple games there, and that's what was weird because everybody had on a different jersey. It was just whatever team they had a friend that was in America that had sent them or
England,
whatever. Yeah, so it was just instead of going to a game here, everybody's wearing usually one or two jerseys.
Do British people have any idea what American football is?
They're back. They're into it now. Yeah, it's been a while. So they're getting it. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I guess that's good. We got to make their money to pay Patrick Mahomes' salary too, right? Dinah, where to next? Where's the big trip next? When do we have our next big trip? Where are you going to go?
That's a good question. I would probably.
Where would you like to go?
I'm hoping this year I get some of the international folks to come visit me. So I'm hoping the Easter family comes to Virginia Beach.
If you're watching Easter Family, go visit Dinah. There you go.
And so then the following year,
well, we gotta go. We're running out of time. Thanks, guys. Well, thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see y'all next time. Have a great day on Big Talk. Bruce Dickey.